Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego in a different shirt every day. So I got this one. I can just wear this shirt the whole rest of the year now since it's different. I want to welcome everyone to the channel, and I say something here before I get started. Hello, Shy. Hello, Lego Freak. Hello, Vladimir, Airplane, and whoever else is here. I just want to say, at the time I'm doing this live stream on Saturday, there is actually another live stream going on that's in the Lego community for Lego Danny Bob. I would recommend everybody go follow Lego Danny Bob. Go check out her live stream. She's doing a 12-hour stream today. And so that kind of made it where I couldn't really do my stream without also doing it at the same time. But congratulations to her for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I actually discovered her a few months back. That the whole Danny Bob name kind of stuck out to me because it's something my family does with some of our family names. Is like my son's name's Jacob. We've called him Jacob Bob forever. And my niece who lives out in California, we call her Rosie Bob. It's just adding Bob. Sometimes you add it to the middle name and that or their first name, but usually my sister, they do it to the middle name. But so yeah, congratulations to Lego Danny Bob, and even if you're watching this later, go check out her channel. She features a lot of Star Wars. She's the female M&R Productions today. Hello, Dan. Hello, Jens. Hello, the Cajun Yeti. Hello, Peter. Yeah. So this is going to be a BrickTsar answer thingy. I got a few questions queued up from previous videos. And the most important one of the day is how much does the Tipper Truck weigh? I'll get the person who asked that question. Hello, Nate. Let me go to this question. And of course, I'll answer questions that are in the chat here. And again, I don't want to go too long today with Lego Danny Bob doing her stream. And the question was from Carl Andrews about the UCS Tipper Truck, which is my most proudest moment. Well, maybe having children was a more proud moment, but in the Lego world, my most proud moment is the UCS Tipper Truck. Carl Andrews asked, how much does it weigh and how many pieces was it? He says this is the most wholesome thing I've ever watched. So I did go down there and weigh it this morning to see how much it weighs. It weighs 10 pounds and 5.2 ounces. I don't know if that converts to kilograms, but basically 10 pounds and a little over 5 ounces is how much the UCS Tipper Truck weighs. I don't know how many pieces it has. I'm assuming it's between like 3,000 and 4,000 pieces. Maybe that's something as I build those bricks, if I build some more of them, I can kind of get a rough estimate how much a plate has, how much a brick has, and maybe we can get a better account. But I didn't do an inventory of pieces as I put it in there. But it's 10 pounds, 5.2 ounces, which is pretty impressive, I think. So thanks for asking that question, Carl. I want to say hey to some more that have joined. We got Helder Lego Fanboys. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I just said the name. If you want to watch a YouTube channel of somebody who's mad at everything Lego does more than me, then there you go. Not him, but the the German YouTuber who hates everything. Hello, Dude20. Hello, Dalton. And hello. Did I say hey to Nathan? All right, I got another question. Let me get it here. And so I get a lot of questions, and sometimes they're not BrickTsar answer thingy questions. One is from Jocelyn Cawthon. I don't know how to say the name. It says, "Hey BrickTsar, do you remember the old Lego System Ninja sets? And do you actually like those?" So those came in particular in the castle theme. So I was from the 80s to the 90s. The castle theme was my favorite. Forestman was my not Forestman, but Pirates was my second favorite. So I tried to collect all the castle sets, all the pirate sets. But actually, when the ninja stuff came in, and then the haunted stuff came in, is when I kind of started losing interest in it. So not that I didn't like those sets, I kind of lost interest in the castle theme about that time. So that's my memory of when they started doing the ninja thing, or the ninja sub theme. So I don't dislike it, but it wasn't what I signed up for when I started collecting Castle. Jonathan Sims asked, so the UCS Tipper Truck, that's done with 6 times the dimension. So width, length, and height are 6 times, which you multiply those 3 together is 216 times the size. But Jonathan asks, is there another scale that can be done? And yes, there is. In fact, in the Ant-Man, one of the Ant-Man sets, they did that. I don't know what the scale is, but they made giant or larger size Lego bricks. And then the buildable brick that Lego made, that they did one that was turquoise and one that was red. Those were actually in a smaller scale. So there are things, I don't know what the exact multiplication factor is, but it's usually going to be 2 or 3 or 4, something like that. Let me say hey to we got Jen's says, 4.7 kilograms is the conversion factor, he says, for a 10 pounds 5 ounces. So thank you for that, Jen's. My mic is acting up. Oh no. I've been talking all this time. Oh well. How bad is it now? Is it really bad? This really stinks. And I don't know how to change the mic once the stream has started. I can mute it and start it back. He says the mic is cracking up just like you are cracking me up. I hate life. It's tolerable. What is going on with this thing? We do. Same, but not as bad. It's tolerable. It's not terrible. It's crackly. You know what I should have done? I should have done a test live stream before I did the live stream, because there's literally no way to change the feedback. I mean the audio once I start. Let me see. Let's see if I can change it. Just keep going, says Cajun Yeti. Yeah, there's no way to edit it once the stream starts. So this is going to be a terrible live stream. Oh well. It just started recently. So the stream is there. All right. I'll just try to keep my mouth closer to this microphone. So I forgot what I was talking about. BrickTsar quality. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was talking about the different size. All right. So Randy Bowman here in the current chat asked you, did you see the Titanic Lego set? And I did see that. And I had a question about that from Endless Travel that said, would you be getting the Titanic? I want to get the Lego Titanic. It's $630, which is like crazy. It's the only reason I want to get in the land. It's like all these people that are getting it now, they're the ones that are sent the review copies. I was like, I would love to be sent a review copy, but I'm going to actually have to pay money to get this thing. And that is a lot of money. And it's a blessing of riches with Lego, and that they've made so many good sets lately. And there's more coming out. Is that, we can't afford all of them. And I did already spend a lot of money building that tipper truck, which, somebody else asked how much did it cost to make it, and it was less than what the Titanic will cost, but it still was a lot of money that I spent getting those vintage parts. So I want to get the Titanic. I don't know if it'll be a day one purchase. If there is a good gift with purchase and double VIP, or maybe even if there's just double VIP when it comes out, I don't think there will be when it comes out, but if there's a good gift with purchase, what I may do is redeem some of my Like if there's double VIP, I won't redeem my points. But if there's no double VIP, but there is a gift with purchase, I'll take those points where you can like get $100, $200 off, and do that. But even so, that's still going to be a lot of money. That thing's so beautiful, but it's so expensive. But it's definitely something that I want to get. But I was talking on the A Fool podcast. It was like before the 2000s for like I think it was when the around the time that the Millennium Falcon came out, and you had the town hall set or town plan set. That was the first time I spent over $200 for a Lego set, and now it's just every week or month there's new sets coming out. They're well over $200. So Raymond says the Titanic is one of the best models Lego ever did. You know, I don't usually watch people's reviews of sets. That's why I don't do many reviews, so to speak. I usually, I mean, like I did the thing with the Ninjago City. That's about the best you're going to get from me. I usually don't do detailed reviews, and anymore anyway. But I did watch Tiago. I think his name's Tiago. I can't say his last name. TC, who was a former Lego designer, but he has a YouTube channel, and I don't even usually watch his channel. I don't even know if I'm subscribed to it, but he's very good at what he does. And he did a review of the Titanic, and since it had that, the reason I watched his review is because it had the Easter egg of him, the TC shield piece. They put it in the Titanic because Tiago was, when he was a designer for the Lego group, he was there campaigning for this set. Basically, he was always pitching that idea of having a Titanic set. So shout out to him for pushing for it when he worked for Lego. And then they actually made it. They did acknowledge him by putting that. So I watched his video of his review of it. It's a very good video. So if you're going to watch any review of the Titanic from the people that got it early, that were sent the set for review, that's the one I recommend. He did a very, very good review of that. But I think, and he said it's his favorite set. And I think if I built it, I might come to the same conclusion that might be my favorite set of all time. I'm going to answer another one of my questions I had, and I'll get to some of you guys here in the chat. But somebody asked, and I can see if I can find it. Question. I bet y'all won't be able to find it now that I got on here. They asked, what is the oldest set or the oldest piece on my BrickLink store? Now I can't. I had all this stuff queued up, and now I can't find it. Let me see. Oh man. So that I'm going to look through here and see if I can find the question. Even with the wow. I tell you what, I'll search oldest. Oh, all right, here it is. It's from Robin W. I was talking about, this is an old video. They were talking about part out value. But it said, it raised a question. Do you know what the oldest bricks in your stock might be since you originally bought them? So in selling pieces, you come to the problem, like if the piece isn't wanted, like nobody wants the piece, and even if you price it low, I mean, what will it ever sell? Well, everything I think does sell, because sometimes people come up with a reason for it. But I found it very interesting. I did a search, and I wish I could show you. Maybe one day I will do a video like this where I can feature things like using StreamYard. I'll probably have to use Zoom because I don't know how to use StreamYard. But I searched. You do a search by availability, and then you do date item last sold on BrickLink. So the oldest item in my stock is from January 7th, 2009. It is the Darth Vader Carboniner pin. It's the pin that's got the little clip like it's a small version of what rock climbers use. That one's been in the store since January 7th, 2009. It's available for $9. Oh, I need to acknowledge this. This is from Nathan at Bits for Brick Builders. He just did a £5 super chat, which is actually a lot of money because £5 is a lot more than $5. I know because whenever I go to buy stuff in the UK, it looks like it's a low price, and then when you convert it to pounds to from pounds to dollars, it's like, oh, that's a lot more. So thank you so much for the shout out. I mean, for the super chat. And somebody asked what my BrickLink store's name is. It's called BrickTsar, believe it or not. And links in the description of most videos, should be all videos, and it's on my homepage. And it is closed right now, so you won't be able to search for it. It is closed because I'm taking a break for a couple weeks. It will be opened in about 1 week. I think not this weekend, next weekend. Yeah, probably on Sunday or maybe the following Monday it will be reopened. We're just taking a break. My wife's doing some house sitting, and I'm chilling here at the house, and I don't want to pick orders. So yeah, yes, I do live in America, the gaming channel. All right, and then okay, but I'm gonna go back to the question about oldest in my stock. So I got another part from this is the oldest part or piece. It's from February 17th, 2009, and it is a 4x4 blue wedge slope piece. So apparently nobody wants blue wedge slope pieces at 4 cents a piece. I have 223 of them in my stock at 4 cents a piece. Maybe you could use them for water features. I don't know. And then the next part is from August 16th, 2009. It is the torso for one of those Imperial Guards. It's just the torso piece. Probably got it overpriced. And then the next piece after that is from February 19th, 2010. It's a Bionicle piece. And then, so yeah, it's good to see. And so it's probably something that I should periodically from time to time go back and adjust prices to a little bit lower prices. If something's been sitting there a long time, it could be overpriced. But some of these are like really not that much. And a lot of them are used parts. People pretty much want they want new instead of used. And I don't know. All right. Hello, Bama Bricks. Hello, dude Jude. Good to see you guys. And thank you again, Nathan, for the super chat. He says, I have to meet my friend in the pub now. Get a beer on me. Beer is good. All right. I'm going to get to a couple more questions. And then if y'all got any questions, if you can tolerate my annoyingly bad audio. I thought there was another question. It's like I should probably take my questions and print them out and have them on a piece of paper, because I did kind of walk through before I did this video. I went through like the questions that I wanted to answer. And this is one from Linda Plime, and she has vintage sets from her childhood, and she said all the wheels feel slimy, and I've washed them multiple times. She says, I think this may be from the plastic rubber deteriorating. Do you have this problem? Now, I've only really noticed it with parts that I don't handle, that I've had for a long time. So you've obviously I think you've taken good care of your collection. So that means you haven't like rolled the wheels along the ground and played with them. But I've done a few videos where we've opened sealed vintage sets, and the wheels, the tires, I should say, not the wheels, the tires, they will be oily. And I think if you don't handle them, they will be oily. And I think that's the natural deterioration of the material that Lego uses for these tires. So that is common, and I don't know if it's gotten any better. But yeah, especially older sets, if you don't handle them, then if you roll them around in the dirt or on the ground on your carpet, yeah, they won't seem as oily. But if you just store them, yeah, they will get oily. Assist official says, OMG, is this the real Jabbo? Danish kroner. Thank you for the 20 Danish kroner. I I know that conversion rate is a little different. Brigotech, hey Greg, he says nothing better than a super chat with a translation on the currency. LOL, very helpful. Yes, I would just say 20 DKK. And hey, cut the craggles here. Hello, Kill. Hello, RVDB. Starting with the UCS Millennium Falcon. Yeah, that would be insane to make a a, a large scale Millennium Falcon. I can't even fathom how much it would cost to acquire the parts, and I'm sure it would not structurally work. So the build that I did with the tipper truck only 17 pieces, and yet it's structurally already running into problems. So you can imagine building even like a speed champion set in that scale. You would start to run into problems with it falling apart. But yeah, the UCS Millennium Falcon, that would be amazing. Hello, Raj. It's good to see the people here. Hello, Adam Brick. Adam Brick has made a. I need to show the pictures of it, but he's made a giant uh, twin towers from. Yeah, his is huge. But I am trying to read and go back to my question as well. I want to thank everybody who got here. Um, Journal of the Scots. This is from the previous BrickTsar answer thing. He says, if I don't have a question, can you answer it? Yes, I can. The answer is 42. Oh my goodness. What is this? What are Rons? So Cosmin Ayana says, thanks for the hours of great content since 2020 when I discovered your channel. This is just a little to show appreciation. Lego should acknowledge you and what you do for the community. Well, I appreciate it. And I tell you what, I appreciate the recognition from the community, and that's like through your comments, because that means a lot. It's something that Lego Group, even if they acknowledged me, it would not mean as much to me as you guys. And I appreciate the super chat, whatever 49.99 Ron is. I don't even know what currency that is. Romanian currency. Okay. Wow, that, and thank you from Romania. So the tipper truck video, I've been making videos for 9 years on this channel. And that the response that I got, it was both overwhelming, like trying to read all I did read all the comments the first 2 days, and I actually got to go back because there's, for some reason, the video got a spike today of views. So I'm sure I got more comments in there, but I did answer. I replied to every single comment the first day or two that video was posted, and it was just, it was the other weird thing is there were like no like um bad comments, like people just like saying bad things. It was all positive and people sharing it. And people, I did post it on Instagram as well, a picture of it, and all the people sharing it on their stories. It was just overwhelming. And I felt good. It felt good. I'm not going to lie. It felt good. And that to me, so that was just reading people's comments about that made me feel really good, and I really appreciate the support from people about this crazy project. So I'm already starting to acquire the parts to build more of these builds. So I'm going to build more 6 times the dimensions, 216 times the size Lego sets. It will be sets, and I have the dream. I'll mention this on the A Fool podcast, the next one that we'll be posting. But I want to do a train. That would be the ultimate dream. I just don't know if it's possible. And that's the one thing that I would like, if I could get a discount from Lego, like if I was in a lug, and if you're in a lug, you can get the bulk brick cheaper. I don't think you're supposed to talk about it, lug bolt. I don't know. I'm not in a lug, so I can talk about it, but it would be nice to get the discounted parts. Toaster 3 says I should do 2 times tipper build. That would be a lot less parts, so it would be doable, and so that would be 8 times the size. Barry says, just seeing this on, I'll have to go back and watch the rest later. Yeah, and I started this at the same time that Lego Danny Bob. She's doing a 12-hour live stream. I do recommend everybody go check out Lego Danny Bob and support her. Congratulations to her for reaching 1,000 subscribers. And I look forward to 2023 when she will have more subscribers than I do, because she's doing really good. She's the Star Wars. She does a lot of Star Wars stuff on her channel. BrickTsar says, I can't think of a better way to get famous than to build the biggest tipper truck in the world. I know. Oh, and shout out, I haven't watched the video yet. I just started watching it. But Maniac for Bricks was on the Cali Brick. I don't know why my brain's freezing up. It's like my microphone. The Cali Brick Click. They did their podcast had Maniac for Bricks, but each time they start a video, they give a shout out to a different person, whether on social media. And this one, I think they gave me a shout out. I'm not sure. But it was about the Tipper Truck Army, and it was some of the quotes from the video I did where Ryan from M&R Productions and Pro Lego Channel called in to the answer machine, which I got to fix. The phone's not working. And Toaster says, try building it half the size, 0.5 the size. That would be interesting. Can you make a piece smaller than a piece? I don't know. I do need to make a micro build. Yeah, so Kill says, people brag about getting cheap bulk from Lego all the time. Okay, so I guess you can talk about it, but see, I'm not in a lug, and Lego won't recognize me, so I can't get those discounted prices. It would be wonderful, because the guy that did the castle, so the 6 times build is not my own original idea. The first time I saw it was in Brick Journal, and the guy that did it, he did get support from Lego to build that big castle, and I would love to do something like that. And I think I have the following, like, you guys have been awesome about sharing it, that we could really make this a thing. Like, again, this is not my original idea, but I think it's getting more publicity because of the tipper truck. And I look forward to seeing other people do things like this. And I do hope that I have at least 2 more things to take with me when I go to Brick Fair, Alabama in January. Cajun Yeti says he grew over 50 subs in under 3 weeks. So congratulations. And I see you a lot on Mayo's live streams. And also I saw Stephen Van Trite on there also as well. Sheila L. Art says, you should make giant tipper trucks for all the Legolands. Maybe one day the tipper truck will be on display somewhere. I'm so snarky at times. I don't think Lego wants to. I don't think they would have anything to do with me. I don't know. But again, if you're with the Lego group and you're watching this video and you just heard that comment from me, just know I'm on your side. I want you to succeed. I want the company to do well. I want the company to continue making these awesome sets. But I also want you to not become a corporation. I want you to continue to be what was when Ole Kurt Christensen founded the Lego Group. It's a family. I want it to be like, not like a corporate, because when a corporation, and Lego's not a corporation, Lego's just a big company. It's like you kind of lose sight of your employees and your customers the bigger you get. I don't think corporations set out to do that. I don't think they set out to not be interested in the welfare of their employees. And I'm not saying that Lego does that. I'm just saying it gets hard. The bigger you get, the harder it becomes. And so just don't ever lose sight of that. We are not survey results. We are real people. So, when you buy Lego from the Lego store, you get a survey. They want you to fill that survey out, because that's how they evaluate the employees. But I'm a big, what's the word? Is it hater? I hate surveys. I hate filling out surveys, and I think surveys aren't necessarily accurate. And I think they do factor in, like, okay, yes, we know that surveys aren't going to be 100% accurate, but I think a lot of times the only people that are passionate about doing surveys are people that are mad about something. So I think that can actually adversely affect the employees. Like, they need these surveys and they do encourage them, but sometimes people only fill them out if they've had a bad experience. So I do try to fill out the surveys and be positive when I can, but also I always want to be real as well. But I hope that's not the way that people's livelihood is based, is on a survey, because I don't think it's necessarily fair. It's like the reviews on Amazon. It's like you have to kind of filter through to get the real review, because I know that there's some products that people wanted me to promote that I have not promoted. I get these things, and it's usually these Chinese companies that have this piece of crap toy that they want you to promote, and I'll go look at the reviews, and they got 2 5-star reviews, and I'm like, yeah, that's not real reviews. They're probably people that work for the company, or the company had do the reviews. And it's like, you can tell by looking at the product that it's a piece of junk. And it's like, yeah, there's no way that's a 5-star product. And it's like, and I'm not going to promote it on my channel unless I was going to smash it with a piano or something, or chop a tree down on it. All right, let me get back to the chat. I'm sorry I'm ignoring you. Thank you, Brick Tech. Appreciate that. Now, Cajun Yeti says, I'm sorry, but there's no other YouTuber out there that knows more than BrickTsar. That is 100% not true. The minifigure collector, to me, is the most knowledgeable person on YouTube. That guy is a savant with Lego knowledge. He is very knowledgeable. And I will say this, that I was disappointed because there was a live stream that Emmasaurus was doing, and she had a game that everybody was playing. And it was one of those online games, and she asked, it's trivia. So it was Lego trivia, and you answer the question. Well, I didn't know how to do it at first. And so, like, the first 5 or 6 questions, I didn't even answer because I didn't know how to do the trivia. And then when I finally started answering questions, I went from like last place to I was like within eighth. And it's like, if the game had just kept going, I was like, I knew I could get up to the first place. But then some idiots started spamming her game and ruined it for everybody. There was just jerks in the world. But I think I could have caught. I think I was well on my way to catching up, and I knew all the answers from the first 6 questions that I didn't even answer. I knew the answers to them, and I didn't even get to answer them. But to be fair, is like with new stuff, I'm not going to know as much as a lot of you guys. Like, I'm not going to know a lot of the details of even some of the Star Wars sets, which is the theme that I have the most different sets of. In Ninjago, I don't know anything about Ninjago. I built that Ninjago set. I don't even know the names of the characters. So, but I appreciate you saying that, Cajun Yeti. So Merlin says, maybe a stupid question. I'm in Belgium and it's 1930 now. Is it early morning for BrickTsar? No, we're actually at 1:33 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in the Eastern time zone here in Georgia. Raj, let me read your question. You got a couple of questions. It says, do you sell vintage pieces in your BrickLink store? If not, how can I buy vintage pieces? So I may have some, but I tend to not sell vintage pieces, and a lot of used pieces I don't sell because I am a vintage collector. So most of the things that you will see in my store are new, but there are some. I'm not going to say that I never do that, but I don't tend to do that. But of course, if you want vintage pieces, where else are you going to go? Go to BrickLink. If you want looking for individual pieces, if you're looking for bulk lots, just fight for them like everybody else on eBay. Fight for them, because back in the day, it was a lot easier to find things on eBay and other websites. if you live in Europe, I would recommend, I don't know where you live, but whatever country you live in, look on the different marketplaces, online marketplaces. Like here we have Craigslist and Facebook, and sometimes you can find good used lot. And I say it's just, I'm always amazed at what people find, and it's like I really should put more effort to looking on Facebook for stuff. People find some amazing deals. And he says, here's another thing. He said, I'm thinking of starting a fall Lego YouTube channel. My idea is calling it Bricking. Oh, excuse me. I almost said Brick Loving 18 because I'm thinking of Brick Lover 18, but it's Bricking Over 18. What are your thoughts? In the chat, what are your thoughts of people using brick in their name, like BrickTsar, Brickatech? What do we always lament when we talk about that? Here's Space Time Brick Studios in here. Is that with so many of us use brick in our name? So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but it is kind of overdone. Either have them brick or Lego in your channel. So whatever you do, don't put Lego in your channel name. But I like the unusual names, like here, Hypersync. That's an original name. Your name of Raj Jethwa, that could be a channel name that would do very well. Hooded One, there's another one. This DZ Studios. See, they didn't use things. And that's why it's like, if I had to do it over again, the channel would be Jabbo with no bricks. Oh, Matthew Tamala says $4.99 super chat for the Titanic fund. Keep up the great content. Thank you for supporting my dream of getting the Lego Titanic. I should do a fundraiser. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Ninja with the bricks. See, he spelled brick differently. He said, but look, he said, try not to use brick, LOL, because I mean, there's so many of us. Double Decker Couch. There's an original channel name. Oh, but he says, I have the website domain Brick Go. And Shy Time is My Time, another one with an original channel name. But then look at this, Brickaroo Bonsai. I mean, yeah, it's got brick in the name, but I just love that name, Brickaroo Bonsai. Remember, wherever you go, that is where you are. Something like that. I may be misquoting. The Cajun Yeti. There's another good one. So, yeah. So don't, just because I said that so many people have brick in their name means, doesn't mean you can't do it, but it has been done. And sometimes we joke about the brick lovers out there, the brick lover 24s and the brick lover 22s and the Lego fan 01345 and that type of stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Here's Lego Brick. Lego Brick, you get Lego Brick 003. Did you just change your name? Cosmic Twirling, Patty. Hey, that's another original channel name. So I think, yeah. So when you're coming up with a name for your YouTube channel, a lot of times people are thinking, okay, it needs to reflect what I'm doing. But yeah, it can, but I think it should be more about you. And Brickatech will tell you this. If you're thinking about doing YouTube videos, make the videos about you. Even if your focus of your channel is Lego, it's your thoughts on Lego, your ideas about Lego. So the channel could be your name or your nickname. It doesn't have to have something brick related, or the name doesn't have to suggest bricks somehow, or construction, or whatever other synonyms for Lego building there are out there. Because think of some of the best ones, some of the best channels. That the guy that does the Great Ball Contraptions, his name doesn't have anything to do with Lego. So there's a lot of good channels out there that don't have something, because people, if you make good content, people are going to find you and they're going to remember your name, and they won't care that it doesn't have brick in it. Moises asked, "Does Greg Greg also live in Georgia?" No. If you want to know where, excuse me. Yeah, this is my sign that I need to end the stream soon, so that everybody can go watch Lego Danny Bob's live stream. Greg lives in Pennsylvania, but it's like a lot of times people ask me things, but it can be answered in the about page. So if you want to learn about a YouTuber, look at their about page on their YouTube channel. Some don't put a lot of information, some do put a lot of information, but that's the best. That's the starting place. If not, go look in the description sometimes of the videos. And if you're starting a YouTube channel, put a description on your about page, but don't give away too much personal information. Just what your channel is about. Don't say my address is such and such, and I live here, and this is my PIN code for my ATM card and my Social Security number. You got to be careful what information you give out to people. Here's a question. Let me get to this question here. Phil Fournier, I think that's like a French or some kind of name. I don't know. It says, do you have an opinion on individual plant and tree parts being more costly to buy on BrickLink? Is it mock builders causing this? I am thinking of old palm tree trunks in particular. So, boom. Don't promote your channel, Reg. All right. So, demand and availability and the amount that were made are what affect price. A lot of the tree elements have always historically, or plant elements have always been more expensive. They have gotten more expensive. Like the old, I'm thinking of like in terms of vintage parts, the old cypress trees and the evergreen trees. They used to be relatively cheap. The price just keeps going up and up and up, and the palm trees that were in the pirate sets, those have been going up. And I imagine that's what you're looking at is the uh, those parts because you said that. But yeah, it's a combination of the demand and the limited amount of sets that they were in. And so the less sets they're in, the the more expensive they will be, and the less likely they are if they're not on bricks and pieces, the more expensive they will be. So if you're not familiar with bricks and pieces, always go to bricks and pieces first if you're looking to buy a lot of something, because you may find out that it is actually cheaper on bricks and pieces. Uh, for most general pieces, it's not, but for rare parts, sometimes it will be. But a lot of people will go in there and buy them up and sell them, and they'll sell out. But I would look there. I don't know exactly the specific mold parts. I haven't researched the palm tree things, but if they're the old brown ones, yeah, they're going to be expensive. But and there's a demand because usually these I want to say AFOLs out there are trying to build these ginormous mocks, and they need a lot of pieces, so that the price just gets higher. And Merlin says sometimes it's cheaper to buy a set that has a palm tree, and think about what I did with the cafe corner. Now, this is obviously only works if you also are selling. So even buying a set to get something, you can buy it, take what you want out of it, and then sell the rest. Sometimes that works, but it's easier if you have a BrickLink store to do that than selling a partial set on eBay or something like that. Hey, Joseph Cheese in the Pie, another original channel name. But anyway, I appreciate all the comments and all the super chats today. I'm going to end this stream now. Sorry about the bad audio at the beginning. Uh, I think I was too far away from my microphone, plus who knows. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the Tipper Truck Army by watching the videos. Thank you for making that my most successful video in like 2 years. And as someone who's been doing YouTube for 9 years regularly, for someone who has videos that have 6.5 million views, 5 million views, 1 million views, 2 million views on my other channels, the Tipper Truck video is the most satisfied I've ever been and the happiest I've ever felt from you guys. So thank you for everybody that left a comment on that video. If I haven't replied to your comment yet on that video, I will strive to do that. But yeah, we're going to be doing more with the tipper truck army and the giant tipper truck. But anyway, thanks. And I'm sorry if I missed your comment in the chat today, but we'll do this again in another video in a different shirt. Oh yeah, thank you, Greg, for the idea. The different shirt every day. I will see you guys later, and be excellent to each other.